Here are the big issues that the trans community will face in 2023. Recent years have been really difficult for the transgender community. The pandemic caused issues in housing and job security for many transgender people, leading to an increase in survival, sex work, and other dangerous ways to get by. With the midterm elections coming up, transgender people have become a target of right-wing politicians hoping to score points with evangelicals. Here in Florida, the governor has put blocks on access to gender-affirming care for individuals on Medicaid. His war on quote-unquote wokeness is more of a war on the very identity of transgender people. Depending on the results of the election in November, our transgender community could face even more erasure and discrimination next year.
Okay. So it's just depraved. We have a governor, Def DeSantis, I call him, who's pretty much his agenda is we don't care about the rising cost of living or the cost of renting a house or even housing anything else. We're going to use our community, my community, as red meat so you can score points so you can run for president. This guy is disgusting. I don't know where to say, start from that.
He's avoiding the topics that really need to be focused on. Like, hey, let's roll out more monkeypox vaccines. Because I know that those have been difficult to be accessed. And not only that, but like, fix our school system. You're damaging it more. Fix the school system instead of focusing on something that is just diverting attention to another thing to avoid the important things.
Yep. I mean, it just feels like a rehashing of issues that have come up time and time again, decades and decades over. Whenever they're, when inflation goes up, when economic times are tough, our community is really at the epicenter of all of these attacks.
He absolutely disgusts me as well. You'll watch and notice that most of what he does and says is fear-mongering. Yeah. He is trying to appeal to the opposite side's point of view and tell them that we're doing something or that he is doing something that doesn't even exist. For example, the stopping of teaching sex education to minors. That doesn't happen, but now he has a law to stop it. But that door opens so many other things, and it's a very, very scary time that we live in. And when you vote, please remember your LGBTQ siblings because your vote matters.
Absolutely, Misty. I mean, honestly, most of this legislation is targeting things that don't exist and dehumanizing us. So many folks, when they know who we are, when they talk about us at their kitchen table, when we're in their families, in our schools, know us as people, it's harder to vote against us. But when right-wing politicians fearmonger, right? And
that's the only way.
They don't have any platform. That's the thing is they're that depraved. They're not talking about serious issues that everyday Floridians are facing. It's not trans issues. Not talking about or sexuality. These are not the big issues facing our country, our state, our city right now. And it's such disrespect that we use our community as bait to jing up votes so you can run for president.
I mean, look,
that's what his goal is.
He's trying to get brownie points with fellow Republicans.
Yeah, fellow Republicans. That's all it is. It's just this race to the bottom.
It's a race to the bottom.
He's mimicking his mentor and trying to win by fear.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.